Welcome to the book reading program of 3ABN Australia Radio. Does your faith need a boost? Do you think that miracles only happened in Bible times? Think again. Compiled by Remnant Publications, the book Get Ready for a Miracle recounts true stories that prove that when we step out in faith, God displays His power in undeniable ways. Here is our reader, Harker.
This story is entitled Raised Up from a Coma. James 5 verse 15 and 16 reads, "The prayer of faith will save the sick, and the Lord will raise him up. And if he has committed sins, he will be forgiven. Confess your trespasses to one another, and pray for one another that you may be healed. The effective, fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much." In 1998, Richard Umlauf was new at 3ABN. He was working the midnight to 8 shift at Master Control, where the prayer line was answered at night. About 1:30 in the morning, Richard received a call from a distraught mother who was watching 3ABN in her 12-year-old daughter's hospital room. The girl had been seriously injured in a car accident. She'd been in a coma for 2 weeks. The doctors gave no hope of recovery. "I don't know where to turn," said the mother with tears in her voice. "Would you pray for my daughter?" Richard was touched with this mother's request. However, he felt inadequate to present such a life-saving request to the Lord. He earnestly prayed and then said a few words of comfort. As he hung up, he prayed again, pleading silently, "Lord, you can do something for this lady. My hands are tied. Please heal her daughter." Then the heaviness left him. He went on about his work and forgot about the call. The next night, just minutes after midnight, he received a call. This time, it sounded like the woman was at a party. Her voice was happy and excited. "Are you the fellow I talked to last night?" "What was it about?" Richard asked. "I get many calls." "Well, I'm the lady with the daughter in the hospital." "I remember," he said gravely. "Well, I called back to tell you what happened after you prayed. Within an hour, my daughter sat up in bed and said, 'I'm hungry. Can we go home now?'" Years later, as Richard related the story, tears formed in his eyes. What an awesome experience to have God use me to be an instrument to connect someone with His incredible healing power. A reflection associated with this story comes from the Desire of Ages, page 824. It is our work to present the sick and suffering to Christ in the arms of faith. We should teach them to believe in the great healer. We should lay hold on His promise and pray for the manifestation of His power. The very essence of the gospel is restoration, and the Saviour would have us bid the sick, the hopeless, and the afflicted take hold upon His strength. This story, entitled Raised Up from a Coma, was submitted by Three Angels Broadcasting Network, the Mending Broken People Network, a 24-hour Christian television and radio network. You can visit their website 3abn.org for more information.
You've been listening to the book reading program by 3ABN Australia Radio, featuring Get Ready for a Miracle. For more information about this book, visit remnantpublications.com.